is that this particular group of people who are participating with this event are not those type of people. We are here to give, we're here to provide opportunity, and so it's up to everyone to take advantage of that. Right, so I was asked to share information about business credit. Business credit is one of our flagship services that we offer at JA Consulting and Corporate Tax Solutions. The reason being is, as I've mentioned before, being a lifelong learner, you have to be bold and fearless in approaching topics and different pieces of information that you're not typically, used to diving into. Business credit was one of those topics. In 2013, I started diving into business credit. I had a colleague, his name was Kevin, I think it was Wilson. He introduced this idea of business credit. Now, I thought he was scamming me. I was like, what is this? What are you talking about? You could do what? That doesn't even sound legal. Until I did my own research and I really learned that, you can structure your own business credit. It's the complete opposite of personal credit. Personal credit, in a lot of cases, we don't have control over when it starts. It starts when you decide to purchase, when you decide to apply for credit. And there's almost no option for them to report on your credit report. There's no option. They're guaranteed going to report what you just asked for. You ask for the credit, they're going to report it on your personal credit. That's not the case with business credit. So as I began learning in 2013 about business credit, I decided, okay, let me see what I can do and set up business credit profile for my entity. As I began doing that, I realized that this was another industry that we were not in. Not only were we not in the business credit industry, we were not taking advantage of business credit, either just unknowingly or just, again, the only thing that would stop you, like I said before, is fear. Business credit is one of those processes in your business that most people, like I said before, when in 2013, not a lot of people in the Black community of business owners that I was a part of were talking about. Nobody was talking about it. Either it was just not understood in the majority of the community, the Black-owned business community that I was a part of at the time, or no one knew. Seemingly, nowadays, a lot of people have more information. There's more entities that are offering business credit, structuring business credit programs and things of that sort. As we begin to grow our entity and we dove into the financial services aspect of offering our services, we decided that in 2017, we decided to start offering business credit classes. In these classes, we were basically giving our students the entire rundown of what business credit is, how many different scores play in the part in the algorithm of calculating your business score, and how to acquire funding. That's the main thing. A lot of businesses we speak to, they say, well, I need funding for my business. I need about $10,000 or $15,000. Like, why do you need that? It's not that it's not attainable. We just ask why. Because there's an opportunity there not to spend cash, because we're all about cash flow management. When you need equipment, when you need vans, you need trucks, you need, those type of tangible resources for your business, there's an opportunity to establish business credit to leverage your cash. So I'm going to give this scenario just to give you an idea of how business credit can establish a funding resource that you may not necessarily have in the beginning of starting your business, or even if you're already currently in business. Most of the business owners that we work with have been in business for multiple years. Some of them longer than I've been in business. I've been in business for 15 years. Some of our clients have been in business for 20 or 30 years and still had not accessed, the business credit opportunity. When you are needing resources like that, you can talk to a vendor, ask the vendor if they will offer you a commercial line of credit. There are certain things that your business needs to have in order to qualify for that. One of them is, of course, the EIN. The other is the DUNS number, okay? Both can be obtained for free. EIN through the IRS, DUNS number through DunandBradstreet.com, right? Those numbers need to be acquired by your entity. Another thing that needs to be structured is to make sure that you are not trying to get business credit using a DBA. DBAs cannot build business credit, okay? Make sure that you have either an LLC or a corporation, whether it's a for-profit or nonprofit corporation. As long as you have that part structured, now we can move on from there. When you establish your EIN and your DUNS number, of course, the EIN is shortly after you establish your LLC or corporation. You have your DUNS number. After you establish your DUNS number, you apply for a net 30 vendor. A net 30 vendor is a vendor who are going to give you credit on net 30 terms. Well, what does net 30 mean? It means that you make a purchase and you don't have to pay that vendor until 30 days later. Now, of course, it's always great to pay early, but if I'm needing equipment for let's say I have a t-shirt printing business and I need to purchase this equipment that costs $5,000, I reach out to an entity who has a net 30 term or net 45 term and apply for vendor credit. Let's say that I get approved. Great. Now I don't have to come out of cash, that $5,000. I don't have to come out of cash. I can get the equipment, work the equipment for the next 20 days, and then pay for the equipment, early. And I say 20 days because it's a net 30. You want to pay it early, right? The beautiful thing about that is that how much revenue can you generate within 20 days if you have the equipment that you need to run your business, right? That also has to do with, different types of businesses. It doesn't matter what type of business. Now, when it comes to vehicles, you may have a different structure there. You do have commercial accounts, but if you are needing vehicles for your business, this is what I always tell my clients. Make sure that when you talk to the dealership, that you ask for a commercial officer, a commercial lending officer, right? You do not want to talk to the regular people that sell the cars. You do not want to talk to the lending office that most people talk to. You want to talk to the commercial lending officer, because there may be an opportunity for you to get what's called a fleet account, meaning that you can come back, because if you anticipate on knowing that you're gonna come back and purchase more vans, more trucks, get that fleet account. So I wanted to give those tips because I know that there's some business owners here who are just, you really, really want to get something from this event. And I wanted to give you that because I want you to understand that there are so many opportunities. We're not just saying that there are a lot of opportunities. There are multiple opportunities for you to grow and flourish in your business. And with that being said, in developing the economy, now, just as the example that I gave for business credit, we actually have that program virtually. We have that program online. We have an online platform, where we offer the business credit courses. We also have an online program where we offer entrepreneurship courses. And we have this for youth in our nonprofit, and we have it for adults in our for-profit. So if you are trying to build a sustainable family to generate multiple streams of revenue, we want to make sure that you have access to that information. whether you're in Kansas, whether you're in Texas, whether you're in California, whether you're in New York. We want to make sure that you have access to that, because we're not just talking about building sustainable families within our local community. As I said before, we're talking about global, right? Because we are all over, and we want to connect with like minds. We want to connect with people who are like-minded in building the Black community that we can build, not just locally, like I said, but globally.